Today we're going to look at how to find slope from a graph. So, we're given a simple graph, and we are asked to find the slope. First thing I notice is that I have small points along this graph, okay? These points are what's going to help me figure out what my slope is. In the last video, we learned that slope is equal to rise over run. I don't necessarily like that definition. I like what we use for our table. Keep it consistent. Slope is our change in y over our change in x. The reason they call it rise over run, well, think about it. Our y-axis is going up and down, so rise along the y-axis, and run, our x-axis is horizontal, so you run along the x-axis. That's why we got rise over run, change in x, rise, run, change in y. Whatever, you get it. Anyways, so to start to find your slope on a graph, start with a point. I'm going to start with this point. This point is known as my y-intercept. I'm just going to label that. We'll get into more about what that is, but I just like to start with that point, my y-intercept. Okay? Then I'm going to pick another point. And since this graph is going up, I'm going to pick the one ahead of it, in front of it. So, all we're going to do is see how much we change in our y values. So I'm starting off here at my y value at -3. My next point is up here at 0. So to figure out how much I change, I'm just going to draw 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to get this point equal level to this point. So I had to go up 3 spaces. Same thing when you do the change in x. How much do we have to move over to get from this point to this point? So 1, 2. So our change in y was up 3, and our change in x was to the right 2. And we can double check by keep going. 1, 2, 3, so we went up 3. We went over. That number points would be behind our y-intercept. So to go backwards, we would go down 1, 2, 3, so down 3. And then we would go to the left 1, 2. To the left 2. Now wait a minute. This is +3 and this is -3. This is +2 and this is -2. How is that the same slope? Well, think about it. When we put it into our actual equation, it's going to equal the same thing. So here we went up 3, so our change in y was +3 over our change in x, which was a +2. So that is equal to just 3 over 2. Now here, we went down 3, and then we went to the left 2, which -3 over -2 equals 3 over 2. My slope is constant. Constant.